then I would zone from this angle. So I can stay a bit close to her, but I can also zone them. So look what you're doing right here. Look at your clicking. It's very, very bad. Look at this. And it goes like, look, it's super autopilot. Look at you right here. And then this is fine. I love this. I love this. Look at this. Okay. We don't talk about the click back. Nice. You're preparing. You see that, okay, Kai'Sa took the minions. What does it mean? That means I can hit her. Boom. Boom. And not only that you hit her, but you also click back, which means, okay, I'm taking aggro of the minions. Let me click back. The problem here is that, as you can see, you click back and you click up again, even though all of the minions are hitting you. So you should click here, by the way. You did boom, boom really fast instead of clicking here. De-aggro the minions and then go back up. What's going on, guys? Besides here in today's video, we're going to learn how to play lane on AD carry. If you truly want to get better on AD carry and you didn't resubscribe yet, you have to subscribe to this channel because this is going to help you to get better in League of Legends. So make sure you watch this video until the end. It's an amazing video to learn. And this guy, he booked the coaching session because he was a bit stuck. He felt like he needed a bit more personalized help. He got coaching from other people and it didn't work. So this is why he booked this coaching session to be able to push for Diamond Plus. So make sure you watch this until the end if you want to play AD carry. Check out my coaching in the description if you want to get better faster than you can do it by yourself. Enjoy.
Number one, be honest with me. Don't hold back. Just tell me I'm bad or like tell me this play was bad. Another thing was just like giving like a reason why as to why I would do this or why I should do X thing instead of just telling me to do it, just because I can understand and like be able to use that understanding of why into future games and like maybe transfer that to another different play.
And what would it be something that you hate when a coach does in the coaching session? Like what do you not like so much in a coaching session? Like what kind of approach, or is there anything that, you know, the coach can do that you like? For example, some people, they don't like when the coach is hard on, you know, what is it for you?
For me, it's being overly soft on me, trying to save my feelings. Like I want you to be hard on me. I want you to tell me I'm wrong here just because I'm here to improve. I'm not here to be told I'm okay. I'm doing okay. So no, I'm not doing okay.
But that sounds okay. So at the moment you want to get to diamond. Your champion pool is what?
Mostly hyper carries. So Aphelios, Jinx, Zeri. I have been playing a lot of Jhin recently, and he's kind of added to my champ pool.
It's very good. Very, very, very good. Let's try to see a bit of the summoners percent runes. So in this case, you have Leona against Kai'Sa. Let's start barrier is good for the lane, and for the later stages, barrier is still. So you play Severe against Poppy, Smolder. Barrier is okay for the lane. You have a special against Poppy, and against Lux and the others, barrier is good. You don't need cleanse. Here you go TP. This one you go barrier again. You don't need cleanse. This one you don't need cleanse in the lane, and you don't need cleanse in the late. It is okay against Lilia Nasus, but not needed. This one you go barrier against Caitlyn, Nami. You could go cleanse for the Nami bubble and for the Annie, but it's a overkill. Okay. There you go barrier again. This you go barrier again. Okay, this you go barrier again. All very good. Yumi, Ramus. Okay, so you could go cleanse, but barrier is anyways better because it helps you in the lane, and overall barrier is a better summon spell. But not here. Not against a Lux Jhin, right? Because if you get like CC'd, you're just dead because there is follow-up Jhin W. So the concept is, you're probably gonna say you're autopiloting a lot, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so let's say I play Aphelios and I ask, okay, when should I get cleanse? Well, the easy aspect is, oh, they have Ashe. What can I do if she will stand on my chair and no, I'm gonna go cleanse? Or so Ashe, or like a super annoying champion like Varus, like something that, you know, he can hit. I wouldn't go against Xayah. Okay, sure, she has the root, but it's not so important. So that's an easy thing. Ashe, you insta go cleanse. Or Leona, you insta go cleanse. Thresh, Seraphim, can you dodge the ulti? I mean, you can dodge the ulti, but it's not easy. So you should go cleanse in situations like this. So they have a Thresh, or they have a Seraphim, or they have a Leona, always cleanse. Do they have Ashe? Always cleanse. They have Varus? Always cleanse. If they have two champions that you need to go cleanse, I mean, it's even easier. The problem is, so if they have one champion or two champions on the bot lane that have CC, you go cleanse. But there are also cases like this when they have Twitch, and let's say, who don't you need cleanse against? Milio. So you'd say, oh, I don't need cleanse. Well, yes, but if they have Lissandra mid lane, you need cleanse. What are you going to do if she flash ults on you?
Yeah.
Right? Because it's point and click. You don't need to go against champions that have CC like Syndra, because it's not point and click. Yes, it's the QE and it has a lot of range, but you don't need to like, it's not a must. Okay, I must go cleanse. Not really. Not really. So if they have chain CC on bot lane, if they have chain CC, like chain CC, point and click CC on bot lane, or point CC on point CC on mid lane, you should go cleanse. For example, here, look, Jhin against Zerat Aphelios, barrier. Yes, but Lissandra Sejuani Darius, you can't play without cleanse, right? So this is the runes.
Yeah.
The let me see if we just take actually got per level. Is there a thought process or do you just copy from other players?
Well, mostly copy from other players, but mostly, like for example, like the Aphelios double AP is just because I saw on Twitter, and I know it's a reliable source, that double AP Aphelios or double adaptive force Aphelios with attack speed start on like the level 1 is better than attack speed than adaptive force than like with AD start, if that makes sense.
Are you an AD carry main struggling to make an impact in your games? Is your damage output disappointingly low, leaving you feeling frustrated and powerless in the role you love? Introducing our specialized coaching program designed to supercharge your AD carry performance. Imagine a world where your damage, decision making and farming skills are 10 times better and the outcome of your games is no longer left to chance. Meet Chase, just like you, he was once stuck in the same position, facing low damage and inconsistency in his games. Let's see what happened after his coaching experience, from Diamond 4 to Master Tier. Wow! And here is Jordan and Brett, both transformed into formidable AD carry after the coaching session. These success stories aren't just isolated cases, they are a part of a community of over 3,243 players who benefited from the coaching program. If it worked for them, why not for you? Picture yourself as an unstoppable AD carry. It's not a dream, it's your potential with the coaching session. Don't wait any longer, visit Vizai.com, book your coaching and become the AD carry the enemy team hates to play against.
Okay, let's try to see, let's do some research. So, best pro players, challenger plus pro players, etc. Aphelios builds and runes, we can see right here what they get. But I want to see specific, let's see. What do you think they all go health here?
Just probably help with the early game and the all-in and not die early.
Exactly, because if you play in competitive, you know, LCK, LCS, and you know, you play slow or the matchup is simply, you know, Twitch Yumi kind of matchup, yeah, you can play with that. The problem is that in SoloQ, even if you would play against Twitch Yumi, they will fight. They'll go on the river, jungle is gonna do stupid stuff, invade, fight, we shouldn't fight here, but guess what, we're fighting anyways, kind of things. So this is why all of these players, they just got this for SoloQ, just because you can see like pro players as well, they really like the efficiency of the health in the early game. Super good. So this is what I recommend you on any champion. So now we talked about the cleanse, we talked about the runes, let's see the gameplay. So is Aphelios your best champ?
I would say so, yeah. He's my most played for sure.
This is your most. What do you think are the most important things, the most important strengths that this champion?
Well, it's just overall damage is disgusting. A lot of lifesteal, a lot of like diverse and like really high DPS with the right guns, but of course depends on the guns. But
yes.
I mean, obviously, but depending on what gun, like super good team fight, super good 1v1. I mean, just depends on what guns you have. He just has a lot of diversity that he can do.
True, very true. He can have wave clear, he can have strong lane phase, he can have range, or he can just be useless depending on the guns. Okay, sure. Okay, from a scale from 0 to 10, how good is he in the early game?
Level 1, like a 0. Level 2 onwards, I mean, he's okay. He's like maybe a 4 or 5.
Okay, what about Kai'Sa?
I'd say Kai'Sa is like a 7, 8.
What makes you say that Kai'Sa is 7?
A lot of bursts, and like her passive hurts a lot. And then if you if she gets early evolve from like 1 or 2 items, she just does a lot of damage from her Q.
Okay. So here we're talking about a champion that is reliant on using the passive, that is reliant on using the isolated Q. And if she doesn't do it, she's not very strong in the lane. So now she has Alistar, so you probably know that every CC ability puts 2 stacks of CC, yes? So the WQ of the Alistar is putting the C plus the E. It's actually a pretty good combo. You play with Leona. What do you play for in this lane?
I think we just play for a farm, and then if Kai'Sa steps up too far, we just try to kill her, or at least try to poke her out and force her flash or barrier or something.
Yeah, so it's a lane that you can play to win. Obviously, you need to be careful of the Alistar combo and not stay too close, because they can also win. I would say that you slightly have the advantage in the early game, because, well, the thing is, if you jump on them with the Leona and they have Alistar, Alistar is gonna push the Leona into the tower or push the Leona really far away. But if they go first and the Leona stuns the Alistar and jumps on the Kai'Sa, then you should be able to win this. So it's really a skill matchup. The thing that you need to do in terms of the 2v2 trading is don't stay too close to Alistar. Level 2 he's pretty okay, but level 3 he shines. And make sure you use your green gun, I think it's called Crescendum, to poke Kai'Sa, because Kai'Sa, if she gets the push, she can win against you, but usually you just want to zone at level 1. Just because Alistar and Leona in the brushes, who has prio? Leona, yes, because she has the Q. Alistar is very, very bad level 1. All what he can do is just Q, but Leona has pretty good damage, is pretty tanky, so her Q cooldown is a lot lower than the Alistar, so she should have prio. So what you should do in this lane is try to zone as much as possible and slow push, and then you just play off the Leona or off the Alistar. It's really that simple. So let's see if you do this here. Do you leash here or do you don't? Okay.
Do not leash.
That's good.
I never leash.
That's good. Do you do you talk with your teammates, or how do you just ignore?
No, I just ignore.
Okay. Don't you have like situations where they say, oh, I'm taking your cannon, or they troll you or something?
No, not typically. I've never really had that in most recent 20-30 games.
Okay. Usually I like to ask and tell him that, we need to push. If that's the case. Against Kai'Sa with Aphelios, Leona, there is no range in this matchup, so it's not like you're going to get a huge advantage if you get a repush. But I would communicate with the jungle, just because if he's there and then you're in the lane and you ignore him and he asks for help, the last second when the red buff spawns, then he's like, okay, I hate you. Okay, no problem. I'm never going to gank you. And let's be honest, if you play the carry, support, and jungle, they are important for you. So I would be careful with how I treat my teammates. Okay, let's see what you do right here. So you woke up with Leona. This is not a good all-in. So this is also not a good poke. So you have to be very careful. We need to see what you try to do here. The reason why it's not good is because she has isolated Q. And you said that Aphelios is not good at level 1. He's not good at all-inning, but zoning he can. He can do.
Okay.
So let's see what you're going to do. Is there any reason why you're hitting the minions like this? Do you have a strategy, or not really?
The goal there, at least, my thought process was to make sure we get the push, and just after that, start last hitting. But I do have I do have an issue of continuously hitting the minions and just autopiloting after that.
Exactly, because think about it. Alistar cannot contest the push. Kai'Sa, if she goes here, what are you gonna do?
Yeah, I'm just gonna turn the green auto. I actually do that in a few seconds.
So it's they can't get the push if you zone them. I mean, you can argue that she can Q the wave and she can get the push. That's why I would hit it a few times to be sure, to be okay, if she tries to Q the wave, I will still get the push. But that's you need to have 2, maximum 3 auto attacks more on the wave than she compared to her. So if she got 0 and you got 3 or 2, that's fine in this matchup. Yes, in a Caitlyn matchup, in a Jean matchup where she can just Q the wave, you lost push. They have Zyra and you have a melee support, or you have a range support and they have a range support. Yes, I would try to push a little bit more and a little bit harder, but not in this case. In this case, you can just zone. So you see, just pushing. So here, I would do 2 auto attack, 1, 2, and then 3. Always hit a range minion. Did you know that if you hit a range minion in the first wave, these minions will pull here?
I did not know that.
Okay, good. So that's why pro players, when they do, they hit once or twice the melee, and then they hit once the caster's minions. Okay, and then here, they go in the lane, and look what you do right here. This is very weird. Look at this. So who has more early game level 1 specific power right here?
I think technically us.
True. Why are you saying technically?
I mean, well, it's just because Alistar sucks and is not really a champion. But the issue is, now there's Aphelios other than my range. I mean, if in an all-in we lose it, right?
Of course. But if you try to poke and run, as long as he doesn't Q flash, and even if he Q flashes here, it's really, you have the minions, so you're not really gonna lose this.
Yeah.
So let's see, you auto attack here, and then now what should you be doing if you're in this position right now? And I can,
switch to green and auto the Alistar.
Yeah, well, you have to be very careful. Yes, you can do that. You just have to be careful of the range of the Kai'Sa isolated Q, because if you go right here and she isolates Q, it's not worth. So if Kai'Sa was here, I would say you move here to prepare yourself to auto attack them, and you try to hit them. And if the Kai'Sa is gonna Q you, then you have the minions to split the damage. But in this case, yes, if you stay here, you hit it, and then you run. As long as you're not getting the isolated Q, you always win. Look at your clicking right here. So we're talking about the range of Alistar is this one. That's because of this Q. And the range of Kai'Sa is this one. And we don't talk about the green gun range of Aphelios because you know it, how big it is.
Yeah.
And look at your click right here.
Yeah, I'm pointing too far back.
Exactly. Exactly. So this immediately tells me we haven't played Alistar in the past 3 years. Have we?
I've never played Alistar in my life.
Exactly. And this is weird. So I always tell players, okay, try to play more support to learn more about bot lane. And they say, why? Well, if you play Alistar and you know that this is your range at level 1, and you know Aphelios has a big range with the green gun, and you click like this, you're scared. Oh, please, Aphelios, don't hit me. I know you have more range. I want to get away with murder. I'm going to stay here. I'm going to go in the brush. And you see Aphelios clicking back, you'll be like, what the fuck? Does this Aphelios, is Alistar a new champ? Did I get reworked? Why is he scared? You see? So it's going to feel weird for, you know, the enemy dedicated to do this. This is why you kind of need to see the perspective of the enemy guy. Because if you play Alistar or Nautilus and you play against an Aphelios, guess what? Maybe you learn the build. Maybe you learn the positioning. Maybe you'll see how he dodges the hook. So when you play against Alistar or against Nautilus, you're going to know it. So I always say, okay, I don't know how to play against, you know, Aphelios versus Blitz. Okay, have you ever played Blitz? No. Well, of course. Because if you would play, you would get better at playing against it. So you see, this is a big pattern. So you click one back, and this could tell me that, you know, you're a high emerald player, like you're not really very fast at deciding that you should poke. But look what happens here. So you click back, you click up, which makes me very happy. Okay, so you did it. Auto, back off, awesome. Last it. Okay, I don't like this click. You should still click here because right now you have more minions, as you can see, and you have the HP advantage. So we know what Kai'Sa is gonna do with the minions. Leona, as we can see, her positioning is pretty up. So you should try to click up. I just hope you're not gonna click back here. I just hope you stay either on this angle. Of course, be careful of the Kai'Sa Q, or simply staying behind of the minions, close to Leona. Just because if Leona stays here or here, and you stay here, that's bad. Why is it bad? Why do you think I'm saying it's bad?
I'm sorry, can you repeat that one more time?
So I'm saying that if Leona goes into the brush right here and you click on the left angle right here, that is going to be a bad
then they just
position.
collapsed on me.
True. Yeah. So you're too isolated.
Yeah.
So then you can position yourself around the Leona here.
Okay.
Right? Like in this position. But again, first of all, I need to position it as Aphelios based on what abilities they have. Alistar Q, useless Uga Buga. Kai'Sa Q, well, she's not useless, but she has low range. And so the best position, you click here, you click up. The fact that they have lower range gives you the need to click up. And then the positioning of Leona will tell you if you should click on the left or click on the right, but it has to be an aggressive click. You see, in this case, I would do a right click. Why? It's because she's here. If she would be into the wave, then I would zone from this angle. So I can stay a bit close to her, but I can also zone them. So look what you're doing right here. Look at your clicking. It's very, very bad. Look at this. And it goes like, look, super autopilot. Look at you right here. And then this is fine. I love this. Look at this. Okay. We don't talk about the click back. Nice. You're preparing. You see that, okay, Kai'Sa took the minions. What does it mean? That means I can hit her. Boom. Boom. And not only that you hit her, but you also click back, which means, okay, I'm taking aggro of the minions. Let me click back. The problem here is that, as you can see, you click back and you click up again, even though all of the minions are hitting you. So you should click here, by the way. You did boom, boom really fast instead of clicking here, de-aggro the minions, and then go back up. I can already tell you that you have a lot of bad patterns, big bad patterns. Okay. Then you click back. Yeah, this is really bad. Do you see that? Look at the minions aggro. So here is very simple. You auto, which is absolutely awesome. This is really nice. Then you click back, which is awesome because you de-aggro the minions. Yeah, but de-aggro the minions. Pay attention to the minions. No. Don't click up again if the minions are hitting you because look what you're doing. Look at the minions.
Yeah, I'm just thinking.
You see this? Really? Look at this. Holy, that's actually so long. It's really long. Be very careful with that pattern. Okay, let me just write it down. So, pattern where we don't drop the aggro of the minions. We are playing really safe versus Alistar, Kaisa as Aphelios, Leona. Super, 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 super important. Clicking back autopilot. Super, super, super important. Okay, let's see what you're gonna do here. So in this position, if I can give you the mouse and say, Matt, please play now, what would you say you do right now? With the wave and with the trading and with the positioning. So with the wave, what would you do with the wave?
I think I just last hit it. Like
Very.
only.
There is no reason to hit it. Exactly. Awesome. If you hit it, Kaisa is happy, you give it her free farm, you push the wave in the tower. You don't want that. So last hit at the last, like at the absolute last hit. Okay. In terms of trading, you want to use the crescendum, the green gun, and like walk up and zone them. And in terms of positioning, you want to stay close to Leon. If you stay here or here, that's fine. If you stay here, that's fine. Don't be here, don't be here, don't be here, don't be here. You can stay parallel if you want, but since the minions are right here, ideally you would have to position it a bit below the line of your support. Let's see what you do. I really don't want you to click back. Okay. Again, the autopilot click. This is an autopilot click. So here you're not thinking about it. You're like just, doing it. Okay. Then I think it's gonna. Okay, you're calibrating. You're like, okay, I'm gonna walk up here if she wants to hit. This click is very bad. I like this. Nice. You're close to Leona. Your wave is here. You're staying here. If she goes for a minion, you walked up. But now you fucked it up here. Look. You're like, oh, but I'm gonna click left. Like, what does the left click do? Click here, hit on Kaisa or even on Alistar. Then you can drop the aggro in the brush. Dropping the aggro in the brush is a much better. And look at your clicking right now. Someone could say, okay, so when I'm trading because I have more range. I play Aphelios and Leona is better than Alistar in this matchup, in this case. So I can trade because of that reason. Yes, that's fine. That's one reason why you should trade. There is also another reason here why you should trade. You have more minions. You have 3 minions right here, plus the 6 that just came. And they have 2 minions right here, and the 6 that they just came. So why am I saying that having more minions on your wave will help you, will allow you to trade?
Well, because if they hit me, they'll take more damage from minions than I will.
Exactly. So here, not only that you can say, oh, so I can trade because I have more range, but I can also trade because I have more minions, right?
Mm-hmm.
And look what you're doing right here. Nice. Okay, we talked about the left click. Look at this. Oh, so you have more minions, more range, more early game level 1 power. And look at this. You take the minion, and then now you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7. 9 against 7. You have more minions, you can trade. You have more range, you can trade. And look at your click. Super bad. Look at this. And it keeps going, keeps going, keeps going. Big. Even here, look at this. This is, you need, okay, how many minions do you need for level 2?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 8. You need 3 melees and 2 casters. Or no, sorry.
Okay.
No, yeah, 2 casters, 3 melees.
So
or 6 melees, sorry. Yeah.
So you need 9 minions on the bot lane. You need basically a full wave, 3 melees, 3 casters, plus the first 3 melees. Like this.
Yeah.
So you're gonna get level 2 after this. These 2 minions. Okay, so now you should already walk up here because this minion is already dead and this minion is gonna be dead. And look at this. You're clicking back. Here you're clicking up. So I would be like, okay, maybe an Emerald player would be slow at walking up and seeing that he has more minions. Maybe he would be slow seeing La Leona actually walked up here. And he would walk up now because this minion already died. He will assess that, he will see that this minion is about to die. So he will walk up to anticipate that they will get level 2 and to just punish them aggressively. Guess what you do right here, Matt? It's a bit worse than that. Look at this. So you walk up, one minion, and you get level 2. There is absolutely no threat here. We talked about Alistar, we talked about Kaisa, what they can do. You also have more minions. Oh shit. What did you do? Look at this. Boom. You see that?
Yeah.
Huge patterns. I can immediately say that if you don't play support, you'll improve a lot slower. At this point, for me, it's very easy to say. The reason why this happened is because you're not really very aware of the enemy support range or threat. Let me give you a test. What is the cooldown of Thresh Hook?
18 seconds. That's what I'm going to guess.
Okay. What is the cooldown of Blitzcrank Hook?
22, I think.
Okay, what is the E Ezreal cooldown?
Base, I think it's just 10.
10 seconds, okay. What is the Ashe W cooldown?
It goes down to 4.
To 4. And at level 1, how much does it have?
12, I think.
12 seconds, okay. What is the Seraphim E cooldown? Like or a mage. Let's say I play Brand, Seraphim, Brand E or W. Similar cooldown. Seraphim E, how much?
I have not the slightest clue.
You see, this is why. Okay, well, let's clear these things up. Very good for the Thresh. Close. It has actually 19 seconds. Blitz has 20 seconds. Ashe has 18 seconds on the W, by the way. Mages usually have around 10 seconds. So the mages have 10 seconds, like Brand, Seraphim, stuff like that. And then Ezreal has 26 seconds at level 1 with the E. So why do you think this is important at all? Like, why is it? Why do we care about this?
Because if they burn those cooldowns and they're either irrelevant or like you basically can step up on them. For example,
Exactly.
like if Thresh missed a hook, you can step up on him, or Thresh or Blitzcrank, and you can step up on and punish them.
And if I see Ashe W hits missed and they have Alistar level 1 and I know that Ashe W is 10 seconds but it's 18, I have almost double the time to actually punish her. So this is why it's very important to know these cooldowns. And the Alistar combo is around 15 seconds. I'll tell you that here. So let's see what you're gonna do. So definitely overwhelmingly safe. Definitely will need to play support and more AD carries, different AD carries. And I know that I'm blowing your mind telling you to play different AD carries, like a lot of champions, but you can see that there is some gap understanding. I do believe that players like you can play 200 games on Aphelios. And if you play, let's say, hypothetically, you play 100 games per month, and you play 100 games on Aphelios, or you play 70 games on Aphelios, but 30 games you divide them with new AD carries and new supports. From my understanding, if a player could get from Platinum to Diamond in 5 months, with this approach, you'll get it in 2.5 months. Why? Because playing only Aphelios, only AD carry, only the same champions is working hard, but playing a little bit of new AD carries and a little bit new supports is working smart. Why? I need to know the cooldown, I need to know the threat, I need to know the range. How does it help me if I play AD carry? Well, I mean, playing against a support in the lane, with a support in the lane, so understanding better the goal of your support and the goal of the enemy support will help you, even though, maybe they don't know what they are doing. You still need to know these things. So I'm not saying you should go ranked and first time smolder or whatever. I'm saying that you can play both schemes, go into training tool 10 minutes with, these champs and see their cooldown, see their range, or simply play normal games just to learn different things. And I can give you even examples here. Like this guy, he was Iron 4. He's 36 years old. He was Bronze 4 when I first coached him. Now he's Platinum 4. And all what he did, he got coaching by people and everyone was telling him to play only one champ. I told him to forget everything that everyone told him, and I said to make a new account to play support and new AD carries. Now he's Platinum 4. He was hard stack Bronze 4. That's why, because you need to be able to understand the perspective of the game. If you play only one champion or you don't play support, it's going to be hard for you to not autopilot. Because how do we decrease the autopilot? Well, we don't need to play so much per day. We more than 6 games, I think it's pretty bad. We take breaks after three games in a row. We stay hydrated. We make exercise if possible, and other type, of course. But also playing support and understanding better the role of him. Did you have WQ here or not really? You chose, so instead of queuing with the red, you actually chose to auto queue with this one? To actually
yeah.
Okay, so this was conscious, you're saying, yes? So this was conscious. Did you, for example, here, what do you think if you just switch to red gun and queue?
I would have brought to PTA a lot quicker and got more damage off of it.
Right. I see you got a bit, okay, sure, but what if you queued first, then you swap to the Crescendum and you hit with Crescendum after? Then now you're actually playing it slow, try to punish. I like it. You know what? I like it. It's very late and you're level 2 right now. This is what I wanted to see. Look at it. Look at you right now. You're walking up like a man. What can Alistar do there? Okay, now he just hits level 2. I get it. But now, he's like, okay, I guess I'm just gonna back off. Because he can't do anything with this Q at level 1.
Yeah.
So this is what I wanted you to do. Okay, now you're level 2, so obviously you do it and you have more minions, so it's easy. But you should have done it like minute 0 in this game. Okay, so let's see right here. So you're in this position. In terms of 2v2, who is winning right now? If they go in right now, who is winning?
We do because we have 4 casters plus another wave coming.
Perfect. So you have the 4 casters. Of course, another wave is actually pretty far here, so we don't need to consider that. But if Alistar jumps in, you're going to get a bit of chunked by Kai'Sa. But then, again, the casters, the Leona is going to stun him. So if they go in right now, you're winning. In terms of the wave, from a scale from 0 to 10, how good is this wave?
I want to say not bad because we could actually get cheaters if we do it correctly here.
Perfect. So you just go for the cheater recall and you get what? Long
call.
A call. Okay.
Or
okay.
long. Oh.
Okay. Sure. Yeah. Okay. That's an option. You can go for cheater. Your jungle is petting away from you, so you won't need your prio. And also you're playing a Leona matchup, an aggressivity matchup. So if you think you're gonna outscale in this game, you can play for call and you just play slow. The problem is that I don't think you want to play against Volibear or Malphite Alistar in the later stages. I don't personally think you're gonna outscale with a full AD comp. I mean, okay, you can say that you have a Mordekaiser. How is Mordekaiser gonna do something against 3 tanks? So cheater recall is good and is smart. The problem is that below master tier is very unrealistic that you can play for it. Why? Is because even if you get call, no one is gonna guarantee you that, okay, it's a free recall and I can, just go for it. Just because above master, it's very good. Below master, another player will be like, okay, I have this wave and the next wave on the tower. They are in the tower and I have a big wave. What if I chunk them and they have less pressure to go on the river? I have more wards. I can take a bigger advantage and I can push them and pressure them compared to, oh, I'm going to go for cheater recall, and they can't really punish me. Mm-hmm. Because in low elo, pressure is more important than the cheater recall. That is free and that is good and it's still an advantage. So I don't personally recommend you in low elo to cheater recall because there are some things that, a challenger player will tell you, but there are some things that I will tell you that, yeah, but it doesn't work in Emerald. It doesn't work in Diamond. It doesn't work in Platinum. So why should I, use this? So in this wave, so this is what you were trying to do in the game?
Yeah, I was trying to go for a cheater here.
For a cheater recall. Okay, so you see Briar on top lane. You try to push this. After 320, you're gonna get ganked maximum, and then right here you just recall, and then you just try to.
I actually don't recall because I thought I wouldn't have enough time.
Okay, you do have enough time because okay, you have the wave into the tower right now, and if you just pay attention to the minimap, the next wave is what is right here. Well, I can't see it because the minimap is so small. Yeah, so the wave is right here. So if you recall right now, you're already gonna be right here when the wave is gonna be in the middle, right? And then she's gonna start pushing, and then you're gonna be right here already. So you have a lot of time. How can you decide? You decide on the position of the next wave and the speed of their push. Level 2 Kai'Sa push is not fast, and then Alistar, he can Q the minions, but it's not so fast. But again, I don't recommend you cheater recall. I think it's much better in this case to stay with this wave. You saw Briar top lane, stay here, poke them, chunk them, because this chunk might result into, I'm gonna be first on the river, I'm gonna ward first, or I'm gonna kill them, compared to let me go a cheater recall and play it safe. Because you don't play a champion like Jinx versus Draven. I do cheater every time I play Jinx versus Draven. Or I play Yuumi Aphelios against Nautilus, Lucian. I go cheater. Why? It's because I scale better. But do you scale better than what? This matchup right here? Do you scale better than Kai'Sa Alistar when you play against Malphite? You scale better than Kai'Sa in a vacuum, but the game is not in a vacuum. You play against Alistar, Voli, Malphite. Yeah. Like, it's just difficult. And here you decide to stay. You warded. Good position to ward and good timing. And then now you just keep pushing?
Yeah.
Okay. It's very, very bad. with a Leona, with an Alistar. If I'm Leona right now and I see Aphelios pushing, just think about it for a second. How do I feel from Leona here?
You feel pretty bad.
Exactly. I'm like, what the fuck? Aphelios pushes? Okay, we dive or why? Like, how can I go in? That's why the very simple concept of wave management, if I have a range support, I play Aphelios Senna, Aphelios Nami, Aphelios Vel'Koz, Aphelios Zerat, you name it. And I know that my support can poke and can pressure. I always love to push them. It can be into the tower or slightly towards them or just in the middle but slow pushing into them. The Zerat, as long as he has more minions, let's say he has 6 versus 4, he can walk up and pressure. And he likes it. Getting push and pushing even into the tower, because we can pressure, it's good with the Zerat. The problem is that you don't have a Zerat. You have a Leona. So it's completely opposite.
Mm-hmm.
You need to let the wave come into you. Why? Well, you need to be in a position where she can jump in. So what does it mean? Well, you can be close to your tower and she can jump in as long as she doesn't have significantly more minions. If they have 10 minions and you have 3, Leona can't jump in. It's hard. So ideally, you can have this wave state as long as they don't have a freeze. This wave state, I mean wave close to my tower and they don't have too many minions. Or you can have the wave in the middle. Why am I saying that in the middle it's good? Like let's say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Why am I saying that this is good for Leona? What does it do in the middle?
She could look for river roams if there's anything else, and she could also still engage. It's not like she's feeling too bad about being engaging.
Yeah, exactly.
Or engaging there.
Because she's in the middle of the lane. She's fine. Again, the problem comes when they have like 6 minions and you have like 2. Okay, then she can't engage. So you want to make sure you keep like a even trade or you have some minions advantage every time. So this is in the middle. So we like this. We like in the middle. We like slightly towards them, but slightly towards them doesn't mean what you wanted to do, by the way. This is not slightly towards them. Slightly towards them means here. So she can still, jump in. So this is what you should do. And then it's the same concept for the Alistar right here. The problem will become when you have a Leona and they have a Senna because they want to push, but you want to let the wave come into you. So then you have to ask yourself if Leona can engage, then always let the wave come into you if you have a melee. If you have a range and the range can poke, you want to use slow push towards them and getting the push so you can poke. So here, you should have done what?
Just backed off and at the very minimum, just last hit. Don't even step up.
And you see why we die here? Like you see that you're actually trying to contest the wave. And this is very, I see. Yeah, okay. I can't believe Veigar Vito didn't actually teach you this. So look at this. When I play, I need to know the body language of enemy Alistar. But why? Why do I need to know and why Alistar?
Because I have no idea. I'm going to be honest with you.
Okay. So why do I care about where is Alistar? If I play against a Blitz, why do I care where is Blitz?
Well, because they could hook in, Alistar can go on you, or Blitz can just hook you.
That's the threat, exactly. So why do you care where is Alistar? Well, I mean, it's gonna go on me and I kill myself. I need to respect him. He's the decision maker in the lane phase. So I care about that. True. But you can't see his steps on the ground so fast. You need to process that. So what do I mean? What I mean is that if you had a better camera control, you would see his HP moving in and moving out. And guess what? The HP is like this bar. It's pretty big. It's easy for you to react. Look at this. Look at your camera here. Where is he clicking? Is he clicking up? Is he clicking down? And this is why you die, because now you don't actually know if he's clicking up. Because when you click up, you see it, but you have to process it. Like, if you would see his HP, it would be like, oh, he's walking up, run. But look at your clicking. And then you're going to say, oh, it's autopilot. Well, here, now you saw his HP, boom, look at the click. You see?
Yeah.
So, big patterns you have right here. One, I can tell you that it will be very difficult for you to improve if you don't play new AD carries and new supports from time to time, normal games, doesn't matter when. 2, you need to improve your camera control. And I saw this from the beginning, I didn't want to give you a spoiler. And this is the first thing, and I saw until 10 minutes, it's gonna be again and again and again. So without camera control and without early game, you can be Guma Sushi in the team fights. It will be very difficult for you to improve. And what I feel like it will happen with your gameplay, you will have like a day when you like win 10 games in a row, and the next day you just lose everything, you demote, and GGBG.
Yeah. So
this is with this decision making what I feel like it's gonna happen with your gameplay. And it is normal to demote in League because this is the system, this is the matchmaking. So if you're Platinum 3, let's say I'm Platinum 1 and I demote to Platinum 3, that's fine. But if I'm Platinum 1 and the next day I'm Gold 4, no, that's not okay, you know. So camera control and lane phase decision making. If you see the body language of the guy based on his health bar, it will be much easier here. And this is my because of course your deaths are like huge and you also don't have so many kills for how much you die. And this is, I think your KDA is immediately gonna go in 1 month if you truly focus on the camera control. I think from 8.8 on Aphelios, you're gonna have 8.6 just through the camera control. Yes, if we improve on macro, it's gonna be 8.5. But this is huge. This is huge because you don't take the information that they walk up on you. And same thing right here. Look at this. You chunked. Okay, Leona jumped. How much HP does Kai'Sa have? Can we turn her? Look. Okay, now you know. But now you again know. She just queued on Leona. Did she ignite? Did she? We don't know. Did she? So you see the camera control right here? Because you need to know at any given time the HP of the Kai'Sa. Because option number A, Kai'Sa is full HP. You need to recall. Option number B, Kai'Sa is half HP at 30%. You don't need to recall because you have the potion. So it can change the decision making right here. Look at your camera. Super, super bad. Also pretty slow. Did you see how grandpa level it is? Look at this. Like, ugh. You see that? It's like he's trying to push it, you know, up. It's gonna be super slow. Okay, this is gonna be a big day today. Good. This is good in the first coaching session. I don't want to overwhelm you with much information, so I don't know how far we should go into this really, because this is already like huge patterns. But I want to show you one more thing about the camera, and more things about in general, but one more thing about the camera. Let's see. Okay, so I want to see Uga Buga here, decision making. So where is Kai'Sa? We don't see her. We don't. Okay, we saw her. You slow push here. Keep the wave here. Don't push. Leona walks up. I don't like your positioning. Look at this. Leona walks up. Based on what we talked before, where should you be clicking right now?
I should be clicking towards her.
Exactly. That doesn't mean I'm gonna be here and like tank the minions, but no, you can stay here. You can stay here. You can stay here. You know, try to hover her. Maybe she gets engaged. Maybe she engages. Okay, if she engages, this is bad and this is too deep. But maybe she gets engaged. Okay. Good. Good. Okay, this is a slow push into them. Okay. This is a slow push into them, and so how do you feel about this wave state?
I feel pretty good because I want to reset. So if I can get a slow push that crashes, I can take a pretty easy reset.
So you want to do what here?
Shove out this wave as fast as possible.
Exactly, and then just recall. How does this Leona decision making connect with this?
Her resetting doesn't really let me fast push as much as possible.
Exactly, because maybe you die. Where is Alistar? We don't know. So the moment she pressed B, assistance. Okay, don't ping 4 times because you're gonna kill her. This is NA. Just ping 2 times, so you don't want to like over push these people because you know how they are. They're gonna go top level 2. So ping assistance, and I usually also like type "let's push please" or something like this, because now. Oh, she recalled. It's like I try to push, but one, what if I don't make it in time and the next wave is gonna be there and the wave is gonna be frozen? Or 2, all of a sudden in the brush she goes on me. So the wave management here, look at this. Push. And the next wave is actually right here. Don't tell me it's not gonna crash. Oh, and you're not even looking. Oh, this is a red flag. You're not even looking if the wave crashed. Because look at this. The wave is actually the wave is right here. So if she pulls the minions to the left or to the right, like for like a little bit. Oh shit. Yeah, like here, why am I saying that your camera is bad? And why am I saying that now you should be looking at the Kaisa with the camera? Why am what's the reason why I say that?
Because if I know the wave crashes, that means I can commit to the reset. If I know it doesn't, that means I had to try to shove in another one.
Exactly. So you see the camera control here. Super holding away, like, oh, F key, faker, playmaker, limits, F keys. True. That's the hardest thing to do for for players right now to improve in League, because everyone is gonna say, oh, use F keys, use this, use on the internet. There are gonna be so many guides. Yeah, but they miss the basics. What is the basic? Did the wave crash? Look at that. Do you have unlock camera control? Do you have do you see things happening around you? No. Okay, then you can use F keys all of your life. You're not gonna get away with Emerald ever. So super important here. And then you just go for the double long search here, 976. Yeah, this is a week back, I will say that, but it's still not ideal here. So let's take a look at this. Okay, let me see if I can show, because obviously if they have pickaxe, they are gonna get pickaxe. We see the cheater recall here. Yeah, look at this. Why do you think here he went for Boots Dagger immediately?
Why
do you think? Look, Berserkers
maybe
first.
just for the extra mobility and to get back in the lane. Yeah, it's a lot of Berserkers.
Yes. Berserkers first. So that's why I would go for the dagger and the boots, because Berserkers, like they're very good in terms of attack speed and how your guns, your red gun, your white gun, of course the extra movement speed also helps, but the extra 2 long swords, they're fine, but it would be nice for you to get next phase the Berserker Greaves. Really nice. Look at this. 3 minutes. Wow, they have 3 minutes that item already. Look at this. Boots first. Boots. You see, they prioritize more getting boots if they can get boots and something else. Like boots longsword rather than longsword or boots dagger. Okay. Just because of the extra mobility, but also the attack speed is very good. Then you buy, and I wouldn't get refillable into an Alistar lane. Yes, I agree with you. You said, oh, I'm struggling against poke matchup. Yeah, against poke matchups, you can get this, right? But against poke matchup, you anyways got fleet. But we don't talk about that.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, why do you think it's bad to get refillable into Alistar?
Because they're just going to all-in me and it's not going to do anything.
Exactly. And I want to see what you're going to do as you get to the wave. You're going to look at the wave, right? To see if it's crashed. Okay. Yes, it's not, and she recalled. And you should keep looking to see what happens with the wave. You shouldn't look top, because now you want to know, is Alistar freezing? Is he not freezing? Is it a freeze? Because if he is, being assistance, you being Leona, you need her to be here. Like now you're not looking, you're not paying attention, and now guess what? They have a freeze. Oh my god, and this is so the mistake is you didn't ping Leona to help you push. And you see what actually this wave state, you can get ganked, you can die, and it's not like, okay, Leona is with me at least. No, she actually roamed on top lane. So unfortunately, this mistake might have lost you a good part of the lane.
Yeah.
And it was also the camera control, don't get me wrong, because if you have better camera control, you will push it, and there is that. So here you can't do this, because Alistar is going to kill you. So before you go this, you see Alistar, okay, now you have to crush. But you can't, because Alistar is in the brush. So don't show. This is Fog of War, Uga Buga, darkness. Go like this, ward the brush, boom, push Uga Buga, because you have, I forgot the name, but you have those super
Infernum.
good, yes, you have super good wave clear, and that's how you play. You can stay here without the word, but at the same time, you can't spend too much time with the word. So that's why here, word first and then crash, because now you're like, oh, so where is Alistar? Should I play safe? Yeah, go word and commit and pushing, because you can't stay here. This is burning you alive. This is like screwing you up a lot, because you're losing minions. So you crash now or never. Okay. Do you know about the max range word? Have you heard of it?
You mean like warding like in a wall to extend the range of it?
True, but at
You
the
mean
same time, when you go into a brush like this, you can just stay really far away from the brush. And I'm gonna show you very soon what I mean. Super loud. Okay, like here, you can word from here if you word here.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Same thing here. You can word here from there. Because now you see how close you're to the brush. If Alistar was there, I prefer it to be here compared to be here.
Mm-hmm.
So this is what you're gonna see like Grandmaster players doing. Look at this. You see how max range I am with the word? Same thing here.
Yeah.
Normal people, ooga booga, if they face check, they are dead. Like players that are high elo, maybe not diamond, though diamond is still something that they don't do. They go here and they word over the wall. Boom. You see this? Boom.
Mm-hmm.
Super important. Okay. And then you just try to crush. Yes. Like, honestly, I think they're gonna be mid-game mistake. And even this one was a bit greedy. Okay, so you see Alistar in mid lane, and I'm very happy to see that you have very good decision making in terms of the map awareness. So that's... Wait, did you see him or did you just check?
Oh
shit. You didn't see him here?
I'm gonna be honest about it.
Oh
Yeah.
shit. Be very careful. Be careful because this is gonna kill you a lot. A lot. Yes. Some would say, oh, but he sees Alistar on the minimap. I mean, even if that would be true, you don't know where is the jungle.
Yeah.
So that's why it's better to go like this. Not always, 95% of the cases. But here is just really... And it's like, should I follow or should I go for plates? Or should I punish the Kai'Sa in the tower? Well, I don't know. Let's look at the fight. Now you need to look at the fight. Did they start fighting? Are they low? Are they dead before I get there? Maybe enemy team is already dead before I get there. Or maybe you are dead before you get... maybe, your team is dead before anyone can save them. But here, look at this. You're not looking. Look. You need to see the HP of every single player before you click from here. I would click from here to the river and then I would assess. I would scan the situation. And if I'm here and the fight is already over, I'm going to go back to bot. The problem is that look how slow you're scanning. Now you should be scanning. Look at the camera.
Yep.
There is like... Okay, only now you see everyone's HP. But you don't even see Malphite HP. And guess what? Even if you see it now, it takes 1 second to 2 seconds to process what you see. Because now we paused it, yeah, but in the game you can't do that. So now you're like, okay, I guess we're going in. Well, how do you know that this is a good fight? So you see the camera control? Really good.
Yep.
So from my point of view, and I think I coached over 850 AD carries from bronze to challenger, the camera control is probably losing minimum 30% of your games. Minimum, because this is influencing your wave management, your recall timings, your decision making, moving towards the river or not moving towards the river. This is a huge mistake. It's like a cancer that is expanding on different organs. It's something that will if it gets worse, it will make everything that you know from early to mid game worse. Look at this. Huge mistake here. And of course you can't react to the Malphite, because it's just now you see him. Like he just came on your screen. So there is that. Okay. I see.
Typically after 14 or until tower is dead. So either like people like by plates falling or tower dying.
Okay. Like right here, did you have any... Okay, so I'm not sure if you know. Do you know where is the jungle here?
I saw the Malphite, but I did not see the jungle order being here.
Because you can't really touch the tower if you don't. Because he's gonna combo you with Alistar and then it's your GG. Look at this.
Yeah.
It's really bad. And then you're checking, but if you don't know where is the jungle, it's like, okay, sure, you see Alistar is in the tower. So that's, it's fine. It can help you to decide. But at the same time, you should put the word, and then now when you're going like this, okay, what do you do now? Run! You can't do this. You don't know. Okay, now you see Briar top, but it's like Alistar is going to immediately go on you and you're 0-1. So you're not winning this. If you are like super confident that you're winning this, if they go in, sure, you can make this because you have red-white. This is just super greedy. you're playing very, very greedy. You're not really thinking about the jungle. You're not thinking about the threat. We really need to play some assassins. So you need to play engage to begin with. Nautilus, Alistar, anything Blitzcrank. And then you need to play some Fizz, to play some Z. Why? Is because you will play normals and you will play against people that position it like you, and you will just get free kills. And you will see how easy it is to punish a player that walks up like that. Because you need to feel it. Because now I'm telling you, okay, you're overextending, and I'm like, I know, that makes sense, I can see that right now. Yeah, but you need to feel it in the game. You don't need to see it now. Because it's the kind of VOD view that, okay, now I know what I'm doing wrong, but I'm still making the same mistake. Yes, because you have to feel it. You have to start playing, different champs. And here, unfortunately, he played it really well.
Yeah.
Okay, I see. Okay, so a lot of things for today. So I have 2 questions. We can keep going and reviewing this 27 minutes. We can actually go for the whole game. If you want, we can spend like 15 to 20 more minutes, or we can call it a day, make it a plan, see how we can improve from this point, and what is the first thing that we need to work on, so we can use the time that we have remaining on the next one. What do you think is best?
I think we can call it here, and then we can schedule another one, and I'll work on, like, I'll play the supports and stuff like that, and like the assassins, and get a feel for things, and then probably just record another game and see where I'm at.
Okay, that sounds good. Perfect. So let's take a look at the biggest mistakes. So what do you think were the biggest patterns that we identified in today's coaching session in your gameplay?
One thing I noted down was not really knowing how to play against certain support, and for example, like Alistar being completely useless level 1. I need to be stepping up and being more aggressive. The other thing is not playing really with my support, trying to either playing away from them, or not really staying with them.
Yes.
Camera control is obviously the biggest one.
Perfect. Camera control. So hovering to see the HP. 45. But the HP of the players at any given time, or like majority of the cases, you don't need to necessarily keep it on them, but in majority of the cases, you need to do it. I guess you can watch like streams, and you can just specifically only focus on that. For example, Paze, he's one of the player. I gave you Paze exactly because he is the one of the player that he tries to play locked from time to time, but at any given time he can see his like a lot on the map. So you can watch him because it's easier than other people like Faker that play full unlocked. Like he plays a lot locked, but his locked is what I call challenger locked. Like he unlocks a lot, and at any given time he, like, you see, he does this a lot. Look at him. Look at his clicks. Boom, boom. You see how he hovered? He does it so much. And let's see in the laning phase. Does he see at any given time the HP of the people? Let's see. So at any given time, if you see someone in the lane, you need to see the HP. Look at Paze. And look at his camera. Now his camera is on himself. Boom. You see MF is on his screen all the time. And you see, he's playing locked. Most of the players will have the screen right here and will have their champion on the corner. Paze is having it here, and he kind of plays locked camera. So if you watch him, you can incorporate his camera control a bit faster, because his camera control is more towards locked, but still using to see a lot of things in the lane. And you can see how he unlocks his camera every time when he doesn't see them anymore. Super important. Any given time, he sees them. If he wants to take a decision, then he just moves his camera. Super important. And I will be honest with you, Matt, this is going to take a lot of time. It can take even a month, only the camera control. It's not going to be easy. So as I said, you have bad patterns, meaning that we need to rewire and repair a lot of the things that you have in the game. This is why you're losing, is because you have bad patterns. Okay, perfect. So watching pro players, specifically focusing on their camera control. You can type Paze stream lol, and if you want to watch a different player, you can watch anyone here, but they will have different camera. Look, if we watch, come on. Okay, even Leaper, that's fine. Leaper is okay. He's a decent player. He plays lots of Ezreal. If we watch Leaper with his camera, oh shit, man. Oh, he plays mid. Okay, here. Has to be an ADC game, right? Yes. Look at his camera. Look at his camera. This is really good. Look at his camera. He's all. You see his champion? How he's on bottom of the, on like top of the screen in this case. Super important. Look at his champion is here, so he can see the HP. Because if he skips, look at his jump. You can also watch him. You can watch any pro player from this channel, Ace99. Super important. Okay. Good. And we talked about the runes. We talked about, I can put like 10 things here for you. Deaggroing the minions, runes, and builds, itemization, like why boots are very important. If you can get boots dagger, not getting refillable potion. We talked about a lot of things. We talked about communicating with your teammates with the leash and not ignoring them, but just trying to communicate and ask them. But these are like not important compared to the elephant in the room, which is the camera control. And yeah, honestly, I will just put it here for me. Like it's gonna be recall timings, wave management, and most likely also macro rotations. Big mistake. So from my understanding, if we keep watching this, what you have here is gonna be mistake after mistake. Even in the mid game, you're gonna group too much, probably gonna farm too much. We'll see. Because these are like mistakes and they're combined with a lot of patterns. So we need to go step by step. You need to be very patient with your progress because these are big mistakes and there are so many combined mistakes that your gameplay is going to be coin flip. Just keep improving, focus on your camera control, and yeah, the rank will come a lot later. Just so you can know this, because you have lots of things to work on. I would say that minimum 35 more games after this coaching session, and I would say that you should play minimum 15% of the times different AD carries, new AD carries. By new, I mean, okay, I'm not going to play Aphelios now because I'm main Aphelios, right? Matt, you're main Aphelios. You play maybe Zeri, maybe, something that you don't play so much. 1 game, 2 games, not so much. Plus, different support. How do you do it? How do you choose? Very simple. Go to UGG, you go to Tierlist, and then you do pick rate. If you don't have a lot of games on Jhin, then you do like 2 games on Jhin, 2 games on Kai'Sa, not on champions that you play consistently, of course, but maybe you should play 2 games on Varus, on Seraphim, on Tristana. But the most important thing is the support. Thresh, Senna, Nami, 2 games minimum. The best routine for you is play the champ, watch a pro player 15 minutes how he plays the champ, and you can go on YouTube and say Thresh replay Korea LOL or something, and then after you watch 15 minutes you play another game on that champ. 2 games in total and 10 minutes on pro player. Why do you need to watch that 10-15 minutes on the pro player? Just because you will see how the champion will be played. Maybe you don't know so much about the champion, so you're gonna see exactly how the champion should be played out. So this is the best routine. The best routine. So I want you, from the next coaching session, play minimum 10 different supports. AD carry is an extra. You can play it, but minimum that. And focus on the camera control, which is huge. How do you focus on the camera control? At any given time, you want to know the HP of the enemies. And when you go on the river, you saw how you do it. You don't do that. You just look first, then you move, or you start moving. Best case scenario, like what? Okay, let's say I'm Aphelios. I'm mad now. And something happens here, Uga Buga here happens, let's say, okay, Uga Buga happens here. So let's say I push the wave, because of course now I'm not going to move. I click, I look, I scan, and then I click back. But you see, it's fast. I click, I move, I see, spacebar, and I'm getting in the fight. And before I'm getting in the fight, I need to look at the doomies, or simply I move, they're dead anyways, bye-bye. I'm going to go to the lane and I'm going to go on the Kai'Sa. This is how simple it is. Super important. Okay, and yes, like we could have done, I'm pretty sure this game we could stay like 2 hours, 3 hours on this one, but I really don't want to overwhelm you with information. So I want to go step by step because there are so many things to discuss. So now let's go to the questions. We have the practice, you have the homework, you have structured everything. So let's go to the questions. If there is any question that you have right now before we finish this up.
I guess if you like runes wise for champions like Aphelios and like the champions I mostly play, am I doing okay on that, or should I like change those up
For
a little
the
bit?
runes?
Yeah, like I know like you told fleet, but like I'm talking about like for example like taking sorcery instead of me taking domination, something like that.
Okay, let me teach you how to fish. Let me teach you how to take it. So usually I do OTP Aphelios website, I do DPM Aphelios, and I do OPGG Aphelios. How do you do research? OTP Aphelios is a website where you see only Aphelios players. Well, any champion really. You see here, you do research on the build. You see this one, but be careful. Like this one is not actually the one that a lot of players use. So try to check this as well. Check what they buy. Check everything here. See exactly when they get fleet, because you're gonna see it's in hard matchups when they have poke. Then you see DPM. You see pro players how they do it. You can also use UGG. But what I use after is the Aphelios, best Aphelios in the world. So what I do, I go here and I go Aphelios Mastery Rank. I take the first 3 Grandmaster to Challenger players from Korea. I literally search them. Look Diamond to Diamond to Diamond to useless, useless, useless. Look Challenger. And then 2 more. And then I switch to El West. Do the same. And then I open like 3 OPGGs from each region. Like El West and Korea. That's it. And then you look what they build. You go here. You type Aphelios. Boop. And you just do your research. What do? You just click on the games. You see what they take. Oh, he actually played against Showmaker. That's interesting. That's very interesting. And then you just see what he does. And you're going to see some players take different, but you want to see patterns. Like if 10 players take this, or like if 2 players take this and 8 players take this, you know what to take. And you can see that he actually dies 12 times. Korea is very different. And yeah, that's how you do your research. I didn't really spend so much time on the runes and when to take what, because it's not really something that would make a huge difference. Like for example, in 3 months, if you improve your camera control, a player that is Platinum 4 can get to Emerald 4 immediately just because of the camera. The runes, it will help you for sure, but I wouldn't say you're gonna get some significant practice. So I would do research like this. That's what I would do. But it's very simple. In super hard matchups, you go fleet. It's sorcery or inspiration, the secondary. But usually, if you go for the fleet, you go for the inspiration tree, and you just want to get absorb life because that's what you play. You want to play to sustain. And then if you can play PTA if you have like a super strong matchup where you have like a look Rel, Nautilus, something like this, and you can stomp. Or Conqueror is good if they have lots of tanks. Like here, he goes PTA because he has a Rel, and they don't have tanks. That's it. But it's mainly preference, I think, for the runes. And anyways, I recorded the session for you, so you can see this again. You can see like everything that I did. Like you don't need to like remember the websites or anything like that. So, is there anything else? Any other question on top of your mind that you'd like to?
No, I think I'm good. I think I know what I need to do. For next session at least.
That sounds very good. How was the coaching session? What do you think about the coaching so far?
Good. You are pretty knowledgeable. I mean, granted, I watched your YouTube videos, so I knew kind of like what I was getting into. But overall, good. Like I feel like I've learned a lot and have more to like definitely know that like know what to do. Like and like because like for example, like you said, other coaches tell me just the one trick champions. And you're like, at least get perspective of what these players are trying to do. So you always know, like, okay, this champion wants to do this thing, like at this point. While, if I just one tricked Aphelios for the rest of my life, I wouldn't really know that.
Exactly.
So that was nice.
How was the coaching session in relationship to what you had before?
It was good. Definitely. I feel like you catered it really good in the perspective of not just ADC but also just bot lane in general. My previous coaching session was also, I mean, granted it was when I was in gold, so it was a little bit different, but like I feel like you explained like bot lane holistically rather than just the ADC's perspective.
Awesome. And you like that, you're saying, yes?
Yeah.
Okay. That sounds very good. Awesome, man. So if you have any more questions, if I can help you with anything, even without the coaching, after the coaching, you can always message me on the Discord. I'll always be here for you. If you have questions, let me know how you're doing. You might have mixed results right now because we saw how many patterns you have. But if there is anything on your mind or something that you want to communicate with me or to ask me, just DM me here. Feel free to message me anytime. And yeah, we just take it step by step.
Okay.
Good, man. Thank you so much for the session, and I'll see you next time.
$5. If you have problems improving and getting better in the game faster but cannot afford booking coaching, on my Patreon you can access more than 627 VOD reviews, premium videos about how to wave management, mid-game macro, and tier lists that will show you the best champions to climb and to improve for your elo. And these are not on YouTube, this is only on Patreon, they're exclusive. Moreover, you can participate in the free coaching waiting list to get a premium VOD review. I'm giving away 2 free VOD reviews every single week. All what you need to do is simple 2-step process. Subscribe to my Patreon and share your OPGG, and voila, you are on the waiting list. You're gonna get a personalized VOD review for any game in your match history. For just $5, you get not only the free VOD review, but a whole bunch of exclusive benefits that will supercharge your gaming experience. It's a small investment for a big return. And it's just $5, it's no brainer, right? But here is the deal, you've got to act quickly. The waiting list is already filling up fast. 55 people already subscribed to the Patreon, and there are 6 people that they are on board, they are on the waiting list. And more are joining every moment. Now, do you want to secure your spot for a free VOD review? Go ahead on my Patreon and reserve it right now.